It's magic, just like that.
Nice.
We're all the way live. The Hype Boys is reunited.
Yeah.
Here for Saturday Nightmares. Let's see here. DEADPIT.com. Let's see here.
DEADPIT.org and all that.
How's everybody doing out there tonight? Y'all doing okay?
Your parents are throwing you a party. Were we just gonna
You drinking you some energy drink, Steve?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Saturday Nightmares, yeah, man. Let's see. I'm just figuring this shit out a little bit. I was talking about Bill and Steve that the premium version of this String Lord would be off the chain.
How much is it?
It's too much. I think it's like $25 a month or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that kind of.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like $5 a month, maybe, but Jesus Christ, $25 a month?
No, I don't. Those kind of things where you have to pay every month are kind of stupid.
No. Yeah, we'll figure out the OBS stuff maybe at some point.
Yeah. Thank goodness for YouTube videos to tell me how to do stuff.
Yeah. I think you were using it during your softcore porn review earlier.
Yeah. Softcore, they're into hardcore.
Yeah.
And
so
hardcore, I was running around the walls.
That was from Savorin Films, our good friend David Gregory.
Yeah, she contacted him and tell him I'm missing a T-shirt.
Well, we'll get Michael Slipcase Felcher on the dial about that one.
Great.
Did you hear what Savorin is actually? It's a kind of. He let us in on this after the broadcast the other night. It's a new title that they're working on at Savorin Films. Well, it's not a new title. It's a new old title. I've got the VHS of it in front of me. Check this out, Steve. Sonny Landon versus Axe. I got the big clamshell from what the hell? Who did the VHS of this? Did Sonny do this himself?
Yeah, it was his Landon Pictures.
Yeah, he spared no expense. Hello, won't you watch me obliterate some ass on VHS tape? So they're working on that one. Unfortunately, Sonny's no longer around. They can't.
I thought it was a CG. They took like a scan of his penis, so they they recreated it in CG so he can still fuck some ass.
Well, the way things are going in this world right now, they may have to go back and all these old porno movies and stuff and digitally remove the cum shots and stuff. It might offend somebody.
Well, when they do a porn, at least in the old days, or like the 90s, they would film two versions. One would be the hardcore, and then the other, they'd have another camera so you couldn't see the action. Skinemax or the Playboy channel.
That way they could show it on the Spice channel back in the day.
So they did still doing that, then they don't really need to do anything. But I think they've gotten lazy.
But we are all the way live here. Steve is on 22 El Dorado Avenue in Louisville.
Come by and see me.
South Highland Avenue. Where's all your animals at, Steve? Did you put them away for the Saturday Nightmares event tonight? Oh, there they are. There they are.
Go back in there.
Get back in there, dog. So yeah, Uncle Bill is having some internet issues tonight. He may be in here at some point. I just wanted to let people know that that's why he's running late, or he may not even show up.
Back on for a while. Okay. Thanks.
We can get Dana in here to take his place.
Dana's under the weather, I believe.
She ain't down with the COVID, is she?
No, she got some testing done, and they said it was negative.
I see. So, as far as tonight goes, we're just going to shoot the shit and have a little bit of fun. And we can go through some questions real quick here. Got some news. We'll talk about some news in a little bit. Let's see here. Dylan, Ghostface 320, doodle-a-doo. Michael Sharp's in the house. What you got there? Is that your alarm to wake up?
No, it's just the air horn.
You're running people off, Steve.
Sorry.
You're waking up babies.
I'm sorry if there's any babies that were listening to me say dirty words.
Yeah, that's not good. I apologize, too. I said semen, or did I say cum?
But you're referring to Navy people, so it's all right.
Michael Raj Paul, that's cool, man. A lot of people are still going back and listening to the old shows too, from what I'm looking at, the traffic on the website and stuff. So, definitely cool, pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Phantom of the Hummus, what's going on? Colin Morris is watching Inferno.
Nice.
It's a good one. What's the best release of Inferno on Blu-ray so far, Steve?
I don't know. I mean, Arrow's was pretty good. I can't remember if I got Arrow. I think I might have Arrow and the Blue Underground.
I have the Arrow release. I might have the Blue Underground too. I'm not sure.
But either one, whatever the hell I watch every Halloween, looks pretty good.
Oh, so that's one you watch every Halloween?
I try to.
That doesn't come across as like, I don't know, maybe I need to go back and watch it. It's like a Halloween themed movie.
Well, I mean, just to have it on in the background with all the little gel lights and music. The music is definitely over the top, kind of operatic.
Alexander Barnes, he said he just watched Gate 2. What were our thoughts on it? I haven't seen Gate 2 in a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
I remember there's certain scenes in it, like, isn't there a scene in it where everything turns to shit? Something like that. Like, that's the only thing that comes to mind about Gate 2. Am I thinking of the right movie?
I don't know. I mean, I just remember it being...
It's like Cinderella or something. At midnight, everything turns to shit. It's
one of those 90s straight-to-video kind of movies that, right, you know, you would rent, and it's just like, it's almost like junk food.
Speaking of which, like, I was going through a lot of my old VHS tapes today, and you mentioned 90s, you know, straight to video garbage, which, I mean, the Gate 2 is not garbage, but it's not, compared to the original film, nowhere close. You know, not in the same you know, address. But was, and this is another one, it's probably even worse than Gate 2. Did you ever see The Gates of Hell Part 2? It was like the unofficial sequel.
No. I mean, it probably had a different title, maybe, but
I think it was called like Gates of Hell 2 Dead Awakens or something like that.
Nah, I don't recall.
I can't believe you haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Let me go get it. It's a piece of shit too, by the way. Just a second. I'm going to this movie.
That's stupid. See, When I look at his wall there, he's got a big fork and a spoon. Where in the hell's the knife at? It looks like in the center there's a thing missing from the wall. So there's a big black knife somewhere around that house.
At Macy's, we've taken extra precautions to keep you safe and added contact-free curbside pickup at select locations so you can get your purchase quickly and securely. Find a participating location near you at Macy's.com/stores.
Curbside pickup. What I'm saying. Curbside pickup.
Offer it all starting at $35. The iPhone everyone wants. iPhone 11 Pro on us when you buy it. Because
iPhone 11?
This is unlimited Go price. Only on
Free data?
No matter what the 5 billion energy search results say.
That's what I'm talking about. Give me some free data.
That inspired the perfect diaper, 3 parabens, no harsh ingredients. You have a special delivery.
Here it comes.
I have returned.
Yeah,
We've got a lot more people in here since I left.
that's because of me. I was giving
You're just
like a
keeping them
little.
entertained.
Yeah.
So we were talking about cheap, and Jesus Christ, this is very cheap. I don't know where I got this. I think I may have just bought it on eBay or something. But okay, here you go, Steve. The Gates of Hell, Part 2, Dead Awakening.
Is that Italian? Did Louis Fier direct it or something?
No, I don't think so. But look at this. Look at the label on this thing.
Yep.
So, yeah, I just remember it's only like 87 minutes, but it's one of those movies that feels like it's about 5 hours long. So, anyway, the plot of it is a bizarre tale of madness as an occultist group initiates its members into joining with the darkness of death. That sounds like something with Kevin Sullivan in it. They resurrect a hideous monster that has been laying dormant for centuries. No one is safe from this creature from beyond.
Speaking of Gates of Hell, here's the new Gates of Hell from Scorpion.
Nice. Is that out of print yet?
No, not that I'm aware of.
So it's the Gates of Hell cut. It actually has titled Gates of Hell, right?
I haven't. I just got it today and I hadn't really played it, so I'll have to report back to you on that.
I've been thinking a lot about Lucio Fulci movies lately for some reason, and I was thinking of what would be the perfect. Doesn't even have to be really a Lucio Fulci movie, but Italian horror movie to introduce Sarah into the Italian horror game, where she won't be completely like.
It's stupid.
Yeah, she won't be like, oh, it's just stupid. Let's turn this off. God, it doesn't even match up with what they're saying.
I don't know. I mean, they're so. A lot of the ones that I like are really over the top. So you're not going to find anything in there that she might.
You said don't torture a duckling.
Yeah.
That'd probably be the worst one. Or a lizard in a woman's skin, that'd be pretty bad too.
It's Steve's bedtime. He needs to get in bed.
She said it's past your bedtime, Steve.
Well, I guess I'll go then.
He's taking energy drinks, though. He's my only host for the night. He's got to stick around.
Wes said he'd pay you $500.
He turned into the A plan.
Yeah.
You know, we need to look into the legalities, though. We were talking about.
Basically, the only plan at this moment.
She said basically, can you hear? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your voice projects.
I'm kind of loud.
So you're working on the OBS or the OS. What is it, OBS?
OBS.
We were talking about the idea of doing something a little bit later, maybe around Halloween would be perfect. If we could figure out how to, all of the images on the screen, me, you, Uncle Bill, and we can have the movie itself on the screen as well. It'd be awesome, but it would have to be like a public domain movie of some sort. 7 Doors of Death is public domain, so I think we could get away with that. Hopefully. I'll have to look. I don't know. I don't know how public domain works.
It's like those the internet horror hosts. That's all they play is like public domain movies.
Right, but I think that there's a few that, for some reason, 7 Doors of Death isn't one that's played a lot. And I know the cut of the 7 Doors of Death cut sucks, or it's not nowhere near as good as like the Beyond. But I mean, it'd still be neat. I think that'd be a good one to do.
Yeah, I remember.
Eventually do Legend of Bigfoot. That'd be another good one.
Or Into the Pit.
We may be doing something with Into the Pit at some point in the near future.
Yeah.
Can't really talk about that yet.
Oh, can't talk.
Yeah. So, if anybody has any questions or anything you want to put in here, we're going to go through, stick around for at least, we'll be here until at least 10:30, something like that. Is Uncle Bill still the devil in khaki pants? Yeah. I get to put my khaki pants back on Monday, Stu.
Wow.
Rob, which I'm using the webcam provided by Rob. Does it look better, folks? Is it working good? Okay. Holy crap, Sonny Landham versus Ass. I didn't know that was real. I thought you made it up. Nope. It's a legit. Check this out. Hello. Check me out here. Look at all these homers. That's a sought after VHS tape. I think there was one that went on I should sell it. One of them went on eBay for like $784 or something like that a couple months ago. So it's a homemade porno with Sonny Landham.
Yes, camcorder porn with Sonny Landham.
Phantom of the Humus. Down with the COVID. I was talking about Dana earlier. I think that's where that comes from. Let's see. Where's Uncle Bill? Uncle Bill is having internet issues. So he said he may come in. We may have an Uncle Bill appearance shortly. He may not. Who's to say?
What's he say? The only thing for sure is nothing's for sure.
Yeah. That's the only thing for sure about Stang and Uncle Bill.
Yeah, them too.
Darren Burrows says, hey guys, CK, try Sarah with Demons, the Lamberto Bava film.
Yeah.
Not interested.
I don't know if
she
you can do
she's
that.
Not interested in you. She's going to watch 50 Shades of Grey for the 90th time.
Tell her to watch The Red Monks. I think Lucio Fulci presented that one.
I'll tell you what, I've got it. I've come up with it just because it just came out. Demonia, the Lucio Fulci demonic nun movie.
Hell yeah. Can't go wrong with a nun movie.
Brandon Skaggs. CK, did you like the swamp match? No. That was not very good. That whole show was horrible. Did you watch any of it?
Hell no.
I got to tell you, like, when it comes to wrestling now, I'll still watch it every once in a while. But, like, SmackDown, I've maybe watched one episode in the last month or so. I just don't have, and I'll still watch Raw out of habit. but I fast forward through most of it. I mean, I don't sit through it. I don't think, and see where that pay-per-view, I didn't have the option to fast forward, and then I just watched it live. So yeah, I don't know what they're going to do, but to me, like AEW right now is putting on the better show consistently of anything WWE's doing. So, and it doesn't really feel like, there's not a crowd there. I don't know why it is. I mean, they have people in WWE as well, but it just seems like it's way more like manufactured or whatever.
Well, they're doing it in that performance center, so it's a very smaller space. AEW is doing it in one of those arenas in Jacksonville. So there might not be, but there's a lot of people compared to the performance center. There's people on either side, and there's also some people in the stands, probably friends and family of people that work with AEW. So it definitely gives you more of the normal atmosphere when you watch one of these live shows. So
I think
I like it a lot better than Raw, and also it doesn't burn out its welcome. With 3 hours, I've not watched Raw, and I have not watched the full episode of Raw in a few years, just because who wants to spend 3 hours watching that? And they do the same formula where they make it. It's a lot of filler, and it's usually the same people. And they got so many people they could just do stuff with. The cruiserweights could have 2 or 3 cruiserweight matches and do a lot more stuff, but they just do the same bull crap, and they'll just waste time, and then they'll have all these wrestlers they're not even using that are never they're not even used enough. So it's just NXT is better, but it's still kind of I know they're losing with AEW, so they're trying to do something, but I don't know.
Yeah, the way things are going right now, I would imagine within the next year or two, the TNT people will be like, you guys are doing a good enough job. We're going to give you a second show. And I think that second show is going to be competing with one of WWE shows. That's what I would make it maybe an hour and do it from like 8 to 9 on Mondays.
Well, I was listening to something, I think it was 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff, and they had Tony Khan on there, and they were talking about another show. And obviously they got that AEW Dark on YouTube, which is kind of a secondary show, which really is mainly squash matches with local talent that comes in and stuff. But
long show. How long do they do that?
Initially it was only like 30 minutes or so, and then they've done it to like an hour and 15. So they taping a lot of different matches.
Yeah, because I look at the results, and there's like a ton of matches on that show.
Yes, right. So these matches are not long matches. Maybe one match is a little longer than the others, but it's not like 20-minute matches between these people.
The swamp match thing, though, man, like that was bad. To be honest with you, they're doing a lot of those gimmick like movie matches now. Mm-hmm. I kind of enjoyed the Sheamus Jeff Hardy bar fight that they did a couple of weeks ago. That wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't like it was good, but out of a lot of the stuff they've done, I mean, it wasn't too bad. They used a lot of gimmick beer bottles and stuff like that.
Well, I guess they're figuring that they do these cinematic matches, as they call them, that's just the way of getting around with having no crowds. But I think it sucks.
So let's see here. Where am I at? Suspiria. Would Suspiria be a good movie for Sarah to check out, you think? Or that would be... I mean, it's a good movie to look at. I'm sure she's like, oh, that's pretty,
And the audio is kick-ass, so...
I just have a sound bar right now hooked up, Stu, so I don't know.
Well, it still sound good. That's good enough. I mean...
did you pick up Shin Godzilla for $5 on Amazon yesterday, Steve?
I did not.
It was only in stock. I mean, it was still in stock when I posted it on there, but a couple of hours later, it was sold out. So
That's
my
not
post.
the first time. That's not the first time I've seen it that low. I think maybe it was
Oh, really?
$10 before.
It's not very old. Like, it ain't been out that long. The Blu-ray hadn't, at least. Well, it's been out not even 5-6 months, something like that.
That's hard. I can't remember. I mean, but I thought it's been out longer than that. I think it's been out over a year, but I don't know.
Could we ever see an End of the Pit Blu-ray on from Screen Factory? Do you think? I would love that, actually.
Really?
Maybe we could finally get paid or something.
Well, since I'm not in it, I need to be in it so I can get paid.
You're not in it at all? I thought you was in it.
No, dude, they filmed all that stuff before I came along.
I can't remember. It's been.
I'm supposed to be in Out of the Pit.
In Search of Darkness, Colin Morris says In Search of Darkness, that's the 80s horror documentary, which everybody's talking about. It's on Shudder, and he said he's glad that he didn't buy it.
I mean, that thing is long. It's like My Name is Jason long.
Well, the thing is it's just like all horror movies in the 80s, right? So it's not like 80s slasher movies or 80s zombie movies or whatever. It's just all horror movies from the 80s, which, damn, there's probably 30,000 of them or more, you know, because there's people still, they bring up ones that I'd never even heard of still to this day.
They got another, I don't know if it's the same group, it's something about the Last Action Heroes or something like that, and it's basically the same thing except with action movies.
Rob is flirting with you a little bit, Steve. He said, how in the hell have you not aged a day?
I've cleaned my act up. I'm a healthy guy.
He quit drinking beer.
No beer. I still eat junk a little bit, but other than that, and I work out on the
He
weekends.
eats asparagus and Brussels sprouts.
Sometimes when I want to see pee, or smell my pee smells like.
That's the thing. Like, I love asparagus, but Jesus Christ, the second I start peeing, I'm about to vomit.
And I got puppies.
I ain't fixing that shit. I ain't buying it.
Sarah said she's never going to fix that shit no more.
Well,
we grilled it, you know, because I'd heard everybody talk about asparagus.
Yeah.
I'd never tried it. I'd never, ever tried asparagus. My mom never fixed it or anything. So we grilled it. It's probably been 3 or 4 years ago at this point. And grilled it with some steak. You know, that's kind of a regular meal.
yeah.
You see asparagus and steak or asparagus, chicken, whatever. And I'd not heard about the pea thing at the time. So I am not kidding you. I was not done with the asparagus for more than 10 minutes. And I went in there to pee, and I'm like, because what it smelled like is it smelled like, you know, if you leave your clothes in the washer, like a sour smell through them or whatever. That's what it smelled like. I was like, who left fucking clothes and shit out in here? The wet washcloth had been out for a week or whatever. So we didn't have asparagus after that.
Oh man, asparagus tastes like freaking corn on the cob or something. It's weird taste.
It's got a sweet taste to it.
Yeah,
Asparagus.
You like it?
I liked it. Hey, when I was eating it, I enjoyed it. I was like, hell, let's get some more of this stuff. But I just couldn't do it, man. My pee stunk for 2 or 3 days. Let's see. Baby gummy bears. Have you bought any of the new Screen Factory releases yet, Steve?
No, I don't think so.
Haven't. What's the last Screen Factory release you bought?
I can't even remember, to be honest. I have some, but I did buy Candyman from Walmart thinking I could resell it. And it's then everybody dropped the price on it.
Yeah, Amazon. I think they still have it for $10, don't they?
Right. So I guess I'm gonna keep that thing for a few years.
Well, you know, when I got the limited edition, like with Candyman from Scream Factory back when it came out, and I didn't even put this together. I would have got it to put it with the I got the extra slipcase. You know how they used to, I don't know if they do this anymore. They put a second slipcase with the limited edition.
Why, when you buy it directly from them?
Yeah, from Scream Factory. Like they did it with Night of the Creeps. And they've done it with, I think they did it with The Thing when it came out. There's a damn dog outside.
That Rufus? Rufus?
No, Rufus been gone for a long time. I can't believe you still remember the name. I pre-ordered the Tales from the Dark Side set, and then the Friday the 13th set, and then pre-ordered something else from Deep Discount. I can't freaking remember what it was now. I don't think it was Scream Factory related though. Dylan Barnett, what do you guys think of the last Blair Witch film? I think Book of Shadows was a better sequel. You know, I never did watch it was just called Blair Witch, wasn't it?
Yeah, we saw it when it first came out at the drive-in, but of course you really can't tell sometimes a lot of detail and stuff, but you know, that's the Blu-ray. I mean, it came out and it was pretty much immediately $10 at Walmart, so
I think I have it. I
like it.
Well, I might watch it.
Because I mean, Book of Shadows basically, you know, says that hey, that it was just a movie, a made up kind of thing, and then the later Blair Witch is basically just the sequel to the movie, the first movie. So I mean,
if I'm not mistaken, it was like very cheap on Black Friday, maybe last year. I think I have it if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, I liked it. I mean, I'm always I like a lot of the fake documentary found footage stuff. I really like that kind of stuff.
I want to go through a couple of things of horror news here from gorezone.net, and I'll get back to some questions too. So if anybody has any
super chats,
anybody wants to do a super duper chat or a mega chat, we're all down for the mega chats. This is something that I did not pay attention to this, or it wasn't announced until recently. But the new box set they're doing the Alfred Hitchcock Classic Collection, which includes Rear Window, Vertigo, Psycho, and The Birds. So evidently they're releasing the uncut version of Psycho for the very first time ever in that set. Had you ever heard of the uncut version of Psycho?
No, I thought that's what we were getting. I didn't think that they cut anything out. And then if they had, I'm sure they would have put it back in by the time it got released on DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah, it says the official description says the film is the extended version of the movie as seen in theaters in 1960. And it's exactly as intended by Alfred Hitchcock, is now available with additional footage for the very first time. And this is a movie from 1960. So it's like a 50-year-old movie or 60-year-old movie. Let's look at math. So that surprised the hell out of me because, like I said, I didn't know that there was an uncut version of that movie.
Right. I'm just wondering what it could be. Could it be a little bit of nudity that they kind of filmed around and, you know, maybe you see a nipple of Janet Leigh or something? I mean, I don't understand what they're referring to.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Are they going to do individual releases of this as well? Like, I don't know. I haven't.
You gotta think so. I mean, not immediately, but later on, they'll definitely want to milk more of that. You know, especially now since they're losing all this money with no new movies being released, so they'll definitely milk that kind of IP that they have. You like that IP?
Yeah. ICP.
intelligent or
Are you
intellectual property.
are you excited about the Chucky TV series? It's coming out.
Well, it sounds like they're going to let him cuss, so it's going to be rated M. So,
What channel is it going to be on?
Sci-Fi, the
City.
prestigious Sci-Fi channel, known for Sharknado.
Well, what's weird is they're going back to Brad Dourif, and it's Brad Dourif Chucky. So it's almost like that shitty Child's Play remake just didn't exist, which is good, you know.
You didn't like it?
No.
You didn't think it was just okay?
I don't think I'll ever watch that movie again.
No, I probably won't either. But I mean, I just thought it's not as bad as other people would say it was.
The best thing that was in that movie was the little theme song that the Buddy Doll sung. Like, I did get a chuckle out of that, but I don't know, man. Like, that movie didn't click with me. Like, the first half of the movie was almost like a comedy or something. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that they're kind of ignoring that movie ever happened.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a success. So if it was successful, like, you know, they would definitely go with it. But since like Nightmare on Elm Street remake, that just kind of is not even mentioned anymore.
So it kind of seemed like too, like it was, we were talking about The Gate Part 2 and stuff like that. It seemed like it should have been like a direct to video movie. That's how it come across to me, like just a cheap, you know, like Dolly Dearest or something.
You asked me if I bought that, and I'm like, no.
Well, you should.
No, I'm all right.
I just love going on their website and looking at some of the stuff that they have out. Like, never in a million years, if you'd asked me 5 years ago if Dolly Dearest would ever come out on Blu-ray, I would have probably bet the house on that not happening. But Scorpion Releasing come along.
Well, but of that, like, you know, Savage Streets. I mean, all
they
kinds
do have some good stuff, yeah.
You know, your favorite, the Peanut Butter Solution. I mean, there's all kinds of movies that you would never think that would be put on Blu-ray that are out now.
The shitty Amityville sequels, those are out. The box set.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a lot of people from that era, though, like the 80s and early 90s that were fans then, I would say that's probably a better seller than we even think. Just because people are completists when it comes to those Amityville movies for some reason. I was the same way, but it was just on DVD. And I think that I'm fine with keeping them on DVD. No need to upgrade. Like the fourth one with the possessed lamp.
Yeah, man.
And had the boy in it, looked like a little Elton John. Patty Duke was in that one too. That's probably my favorite of the shitty Amityville movies. The shitty Amityville sequels.
I'll have to look at that. Have you ever seen that documentary, My Amityville Horror, about the kid in the original, you know, real life story, grew up and stuff?
Yeah, that was on Netflix a few years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shit. I like that shit.
I think of all like the franchises back in the day, Amityville's got to have the most movies of any of them. Because you've got documentaries, on it. You've got I don't know how many daggone sequels.
Well, they made that one. It was released only like 2 years ago or something. I forgot what it was called now, but it was really bad. Bella Thorne was in it or something. Maybe Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Bob Bluford. Ooh. Whatever happened to her, by the way? I haven't seen her in a while.
Who's that?
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
That movie killed her.
I mean, she was in that movie with Natalie Portman, that Extinction movie, I think it's called. And of course, she was in Hateful Eight.
Bob Bluford. Sonny Landon was in The Bite, a porno version of The Sting, with some really big porn stars. I did not know that. I just remember his pornography from Sonny Landon versus Ass and Big Apple.
Tony's the biggest porn star ever was.
I'll let you take this one, Steve. Eric Hansen says, how does someone become a certified horologist? Where do you get your horology degree at?
Well, you got to self-study. So you got to start off when you're a little kid, staying up late, watching the old Universal movies. And then you start, when you get, watching scrambled stuff, trying to see the good parts. And you watch videos, some VHS, move your way up. Then you
Go to
don't go
Laserdisc.
too far. You just stay with the horror, not
You,
to the torture porn.
you had a Laserdisc player, didn't you, Steve?
No, that's the only. I didn't have. I was too poor for all that. I mean, I went straight from VHS to DVD.
I still have my Laserdisc player. Let me tell you something though. Like I've always been big into the horror movie thing, but the Laserdisc. When I got the Laserdisc player and started getting Laserdisc, that's when I got hardcore into it. Because at the time, I think this was right when DVDs first came out. People were just giving their Laserdiscs away. Like you could go online and get brand new movies on Laserdisc for like $3 or something like that. So I have very few of them left right now, but I think that there were probably 99, 2000. You could get Laserdisc for nothing, really, like boxes of them for like $20 on eBay, So that was a big gateway for me. Like I got really into some obscure stuff with that. And there are people that still are big Laserdisc collectors and watch most of their stuff still on Laserdisc. I'm on a group on Facebook, Laserdisc collectors or something like that. And there's a guy that's got a 4K TV with the Laserdisc player, and he was showing the video on it. It actually didn't look too bad. I don't know what he did with it. I'm sure there's converters and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, if you have like a receiver, most of the time it'll upscale it a little bit, so it'll make it look a little better. I've been watching I watch crazy movies I download, and they only exist on VHS. So you're watching like a second or third generation VHS rip on a 4K TV, and nothing's going to fix that.
Ghostface 320, the VHS anthologies. Lord have mercy.
There's some good entries in that. I think one of them was made by the guy who did The Raid. It was like I forgot what it was called, but I like that one a lot. I remember that one more than any of the others.
I would need to go back and rewatch those. It seems like I remember the first one was really good, but I didn't really like the first one at least had a couple of good.
Yeah.
But the second, the third one, I've never seen the third one.
Well, the second one had a couple. I think the second one has the segment I was talking about, but the third one I think it's called Viral, and I think it was kind of. It doesn't wore itself out. I think they're actually doing another one of some sort.
Well, I mean there's a market for that. I mean this was around the time, I guess, what would have been the Paranormal Activity movies kind of started that second wave of shot on video, and they kind of just made like a anthology version of that.
Well, I mean, the initial one was that the guy broke into somebody's house. And I guess he wanted to take a break from robbing this house, so he sat there and put VHSs in a player and watched whatever the hell was on them.
Right. And the Scream Factory finally came out with the Poughkeepsie tapes was kind of ahead of the curve with that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when the hell did this was probably around the same time the Paranormal Activity movies was in theaters, I guess, is when they filmed that. I don't know, but
well, that was around 2005, 2004.
Yeah. The August 25th, Blue Underground's coming out with some more 4K. Steve, you going to be picking up the New York Ripper and House by the Cemetery?
No, I got the last Blu-ray of New York Ripper, and it looked amazing. But I spent $36 on it, so I'm not going to
You can always just sell that on eBay for like 20, 25, $30, and then get the 4K.
Well, plus you'll get don't the 4K come with the DVD or the Blu-ray? So you get the same Blu-ray again.
Yeah. The only thing is, on the Blu-ray editions, didn't it come with a soundtrack CD as well?
I think so. I mean, I don't really have a CD player in my car, so I don't really listen to CDs anymore. But yeah, a lot of them do. I mean, like the ones I got from Severin, they come with the soundtracks.
So yeah, I mean, to me, those are kind of weird choices. Maybe they did, like you said, the Blu-ray of New York Ripper looked really good. So evidently they did do some hardcore, remastering on those.
To me, I think that they're not going back. They're using those same transfers, and just that they're not doing any of that downgrading to 2K for the Blu-rays. It's just, no compression. It's just, 30, 40 gigs on one 4K disc. So it's going to look somewhat better, but,
right.
I don't know.
They're doing, which you may be a big fan of, the Daughters of Darkness. That one's coming out a little bit later, I think.
Nah.
You're not
comes
one
out in October.
Comes out in October.
I had the DVD of it, and I've tried to watch it over the years. The first Joe Bob marathon, they showed that, and that's the first time I've ever watched it all the way to the end. And I'm like, man, this sucks. I don't like this movie at all.
So yeah, if you didn't, I would have guessed that would have been one of your must buys, but I've got that on. That was one of them that Blue Underground sent us on Blu-ray, but it didn't sound like anything at all that I wanted to watch, so I just sold it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting, but then the ending is one of these ridiculous. It's just like boom, it's over. And I mean, besides that, it just, I don't know. It just nothing. It just that you get that kind of. I mean, something like that just doesn't. It's just not something that I'd want to see again at any point. Just one viewing's good enough.
Right. We're a little bit behind on these questions, so we're going to go through and try to catch up real quick here. You should do an end of the pit commentary.
Yeah.
I know that's one thing that a lot of people have asked for over the years, and we will at some point hopefully try to make that happen.
Might be a Patreon exclusive.
It could be.
You could tell us what you're thinking when you squirt out that hot dog and it hits I think it hits the ground, or does it go on the grill? I don't know.
Right, and we were all laughing at it because that was just so funny. Let's see here. Did you ever see the movie Mandy, Steve? I'm not a big Nicolas Cage fan, so.
No, but Mandy, I've seen it at least once, and I need to watch it again. The first part of it is kind of like, it's like a 2-act movie, and the first part of it kind of establishes that him and his wife. And you've ever heard of the Cheddar Goblin? That there's a commercial in the middle of the movie about the Cheddar Goblin, which is pretty funny. And then the second part is this cult kind of comes, and the cult leader has a crush on, or wants his wife, who the wife is a weird looking chick anyway. Well, anyway, they kill his wife, and he goes beyond berserk and starts tracking them down and killing them and stuff. There's one point where he breaks in and they got all these drugs, and he just snorts them all, and like his brain explodes inside. You can see explode, and he's just tripping, and he just hunts them all down and kills them and stuff, and goes completely nuts at the end. I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's Nicolas Cage. You almost think that this is what he goes through every day or something, because I mean he goes completely over the top.
Nicolas Cage though is like the story is he's broke pretty much, and he has to do all these movies. Is that the deal? Like he had some
I would
bad.
hope so. I would hope there was a reason that makes sense.
Well, that's what if I'm not mistaken, I think that's what it was. Like that he was maybe he had a divorce or something and lost all kinds of money or something like that. So,
well, he married some chick in Vegas, and I don't even think he'd known her that long. And then, I saw a video. He goes into
Lisa
a
Marie
place.
Presley. I think.
Huh?
Didn't he marry Lisa Marie Presley?
I believe he did at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of. He's an Oscar winner, and the next thing you know, he's doing crazy shit like this. Which this and the Color of Outer Space at least have some entertainment value. If you hadn't seen that one, that's a wild movie. No, Richard Stanley did The Color of Outer Space. I don't think he did Mandy.
Okay. Bob Bluford, the Psycho VHS 1980 says completely uncut on the box, and it's the same version we've always been seeing. Yeah, I want to look at the reviews of that when it comes out, because I don't know if that's even right, man. Like it doesn't that doesn't sound right to me. You would think, a movie as legendary as Psycho, that there would be people saying, "Oh, this is some uncut footage that's never been seen before."
Why they keep giving us the same cut version of it? I don't know.
I'll let you handle this one, Steve. You should fart in your hands.
I've already done that today, so I've got that covered.
Rob says, apparently, according to IMDb, the current Blu-ray release of Psycho is edited from the theatrical version.
I wonder what. Like I say, I don't know. I mean, based upon like 1960, I can see maybe, there's some nudity or something they cut out, and then maybe some violence. But for the time period,
let's see here. Yeah, he mentions the. Let's see, let's go on. Yeah, good deal. And CK, he says, what is the most underrated Saxon album? I really like, The Killing Ground. It was the one from like about 2002, 2003, something like that. Has a King Crimson cover, The Court of the Crimson King on it. And that's just a badass version of that song. And that whole album is really good. I haven't listened to that album in a while, but I would say, the Killing Ground. It's like a more modern Saxon album, I guess. What's your favorite Saxon album, Steve?
The Greatest Hits. I don't know.
They actually don't even have Greatest Hits.
Oh.
Their Greatest Hits is the Eagle Has Landed series. They have the Eagle Has Landed 1 through I don't know what they're on now. John Saxon, you got any thoughts about John Saxon passing away? Speaking of Saxon.
Yeah, I met him, I guess it was about 10 years ago at Cinema Wasteland for a little bit. And I got to hear him talk at his panel, which was interesting.
I never did get to meet John Saxon at a show. I don't think he was ever at any of those shows we were at.
No, that was the only show that I went to that he was there.
Which, I mean, for me, like he was in the original Black Christmas. That was one that I remember him in quite a bit. He was in Nightmare on Elm Street. Everybody remembers him from that. And the Elm Street sequel. He was in a couple of sequels, wasn't he?
He was in the part 3, first one and part 3.
I think he was in New Nightmare too, wasn't he? Wasn't he in that? Or not?
Yeah, maybe.
But he was in a lot of like Italian movies and stuff too.
He was in Tenebrae and Cannibal Apocalypse.
Yeah, and
the Girl Who Knew Too Much.
Right.
Bava.
Yeah. Let's see here. William Ellman, is there any chance we could get some more Dead Pit commentaries? I want to love that. There's always a chance.
You're
As
gonna
long
get
as we're all
get
breathing,
Jesco back.
we can get Jesco back. Yeah.
Octopus.
Angry Popcorn TV. How do you think Rob Zombie's Halloween 3 would have been if it had gotten made? I don't think that was ever even in talks, was it? Was that ever supposed to happen?
I think that they were actually considering that before they decided to go do the 2018 route, or they were going to get some other directors to do it. But I'm sure they considered that at some point. God knows. I mean, what's Scout Taylor, whatever. Scout Taylor
Recently.
Compton. I mean, was she going to be Michael Myers?
Did you see that there was a photo of her at
Yes.
Yeah, with the facial covering? She was one of the few that actually showed up at days of the COVID.
Yeah.
Nobody else tries to do another horror convention right now. There's another one though that I just heard about, a sequel, The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. Steve, you excited about that one?
Yeah. Who wouldn't be?
So the project marks the third film in the main series of the horror franchise, and the first not to have James Wan directing. Instead, Michael Chalvez, he's related to Tatanka, Chris Chalvez, it's his brother, is taken over as the Helmer of the film. The Helmer of the film. He is the Helmer of the film. Which will see the return of Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson's characters. Originally, the movie was going to arrive in cinemas this September, and now has been pushed back a full 9 months and will arrive June of 2021. So, I mean, there's a few movies that I know. Halloween Kills is another one that they were wondering if, because that one's scheduled to come out in October. And that one is delayed as well. And they released like kind of it was just a generic teaser trailer thing for it. So nothing really new on that, but I'm fine with another Conjuring movie, whatever, something to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, you saw Insidious. I mean, when I saw Insidious, I mean, it was a really good movie. Then Insidious 2 came out, or Insidious Chapter 2. I don't think James Wan directed that. And I was like, what the fuck happened?
Insidious 2 sucked, but Insidious 3 wasn't too bad.
Right.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, it's kind of, but yeah, James Wan.
There was another one too, wasn't it called the Last Key or something like that? Yeah,
The Last Key. But yeah, I mean, I just think since James Wan's not going to be involved, it's very iffy. I hope it'll be good, but
anyway, really back to the question. Rob Zombie's Halloween 3. Thank God it didn't happen, but if it did, I'm hoping it would have at least been better than part 2 was. That's not a big stretch to ask for that, but yeah.
Now here's the question, which I think I know the answer. Would somehow Sherry Moon Zombie be in it?
She would have to make appearances through flashback scenes.
And that horse?
Yeah, she would be riding the unicorn in this one. It wouldn't be the horse.
Yeah.
No, was it a unicorn?
Was it a horse? Oh no, it's just a white horse.
Okay, I was thinking, was it a unicorn before? That would have been awesome.
But they kept on going. It's the white horse symbolizes everything. It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
It was his vision.
Yeah, from the master of horror, Rob Zombie's mind.
Yeah, Rob Zombie, though, I'm sure he's going to continue to make movies and everything, but he hasn't made anything very good as of late. Last probably 8 years, 9 years. I think the last one that I liked of his was Lords of Salem. I kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I don't think it's a great movie, but it's, there's something, the atmosphere and the music and the visuals, but after that, there's nothing. Everything has been stupid, ridiculous.
Let's see what we got here. Brad Baker, any decent thrift or Goodwill finds lately?
Fifth Thor.
Not really. I mean, I got last weekend. I'd picked up, and it's kind of bizarre that some of these movies or TV shows are worth something, but a lot of kids stuff to resell. I don't know if they never did release that stuff on DVD, like SpongeBob on VHS. That's worth some money, so I bought those to resell, and I bought there's a bunch of like McDonald's cartoon tapes and stuff. But as far as cool stuff,
I mean,
I haven't bought anything recently.
I got this movie called Howl, and it's basically, HOWL. It's like a British movie, and it's like they got this train, and it kind of breaks down in the middle of nowhere, and there's werewolves on the outside, and they have to barricade themselves and protect themselves from the werewolves and stuff. That was pretty decent, and that was only $1. So
Dollar Tree special.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, gotta love the Blu-rays, and I got Dark Shadows, the Tim Burton movie, for $1. I don't think
Yeah,
it might be a Blu-ray.
That's probably about what that one's worth.
Yeah,
I saw that one. We did an on the road for that. That was on one of the very last on the road videos that we did, and it was awful. And I'm a fan of Dark Shadows, like the show. I mean, I kind of back in the day. But.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is not great, but for $1, I'll buy that for $1.
Joe Stradamus, 75. What do you guys think of the new Ghostbusters movie and Bill and Ted 3? Which I think Bill and Ted 3, didn't they announce that was going to be out digitally only? Like it's coming straight to Vudu or whatever now because of the COVID.
I thought they said both. They're going to release it in selected theaters and maybe over, different countries. And then it'll also be on VOD. So, I mean, the new Ghostbusters, really, you can't really. It's been so long since I saw the trailer, and it really didn't show much. It was more of a teaser trailer. So I can't say that I don't know what it's going to be like. And Bill and Ted that's pretty cool, but, I don't know.
Obviously, I think they waited too long for Bill and Ted. I mean, it's probably still going to be a fun movie. But like most of the people that go to the theater now are kids. So I couldn't have seen that one doing that well.
I don't know. It might, but yeah. Besides, Keanu Reeves looks weird without a beard now.
He does, yeah. He's had that mangy beard for so long, it doesn't look right without. It looks like he's missing something. He's
had that for a while in his, 40s and going into his 50s. He looks, he shaves it and he's got kind of a weird pudginess to his face or pastiness or something.
But he's got too much makeup on, is what it is.
Probably.
Yeah.
Cover up the wrinkles.
Random question here. The Tim Ritter movie Truth or Dare from 1986. I think I've seen that movie, but it's been so long, I have no clue.
No, I've not seen it. I think I have
I remember it because Tim Ritter's from Kentucky, and that was one of his bigger movies. I mean, it was big on home video.
Didn't he make sequels to it or something? Because there was remember seeing 2 and 3 or something.
Well, it had I can remember the VHS artwork to it because it was like a metallic. It had some metallic red on it and stuff. I thought it was cool back in the day. Here's a good one. It'll make you a lot of them over the last year or so. I would say. What is the top 5 worst WWE pay-per-views?
That's easy. The last 5.
Yeah. They're hurting, man, when it comes to not having a crowd there. I mean, their shows weren't very good lately anyway, but God, it's almost like torture watching it without anybody there. And then they've got the NXT guys there now, and they're kind of just doing what they're told, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's always like
It's
live. A lot of it's a constant pop for everything, and they'll bang on that shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, and evidently, what I'm wondering is, whenever they do bring crowds back, are they going to have that spit guard and all that stuff up like that?
That's what I heard.
They better reinforce it, because when the wrestlers are beating on it, it looks like it's getting ready to fall down. You know,
If you spear someone next to it or something, you go right through it.
yeah, that's why Edge has done that plenty of times. Roman Reigns.
We've got to keep Edge out of there, and Roman Reigns. Anybody that does the spear's got to be barred.
But I mean, not excluding the last 4 or 5 years for WWE, like classic WWF pay-per-views era, were there any that stuck out that you're like, oh, this is awful? There's a couple for me. I can just mention them.
Yeah, I mean, you're
both
more.
are in the same year, I think.
I don't really. I mean, at one point I was just watching. I watched everything, and then I got where I didn't watch any of Raw or SmackDown, and I'd watch the pay-per-views, and then now it's just like I don't watch none of it. So I mean, they're all pretty lame.
There was a period there where I didn't watch wrestling. It was around the end of '94 throughout most of '95. I was more into like NBA and stuff like that. I didn't really pay much attention to wrestling. But when I become a fan again, Nitro is what brought me back, like WCW Nitro, the live show. I would go back and rent. It was it Movie Warehouse in Paintsville. I had like all the old Coliseum videos and stuff. They would get all of them. So I watched a lot of what I missed, you know. So 95 for WWF was the worst. It was the worst. Like WrestleMania that year, WrestleMania 11. Main event was Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor, the football player.
Yeah.
But that whole show was terrible. Like, it just wasn't WrestleMania. That was the first WrestleMania that was like, fuck, the Jacob and Eli Blue versus the. I didn't know Lex Luger and the British Bulldog had a tag team, you know, when I was watching it. So that was one. And then there was King of the Ring 95. That was the one where Savio Vega wrestled 4 matches. And I just remember, I was like, 4 matches? And they brought him in because the original story was Razor Ramon had gotten hurt, and Savio was like one of his friends from Cuba or something.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, wherever he's from. I want to go plug my laptop in. It's getting ready to die. I'll be back. Just one moment.
I gotta go flush the toilet. I'll be right back. I think your boy Wesley was in the crowd for ECW Heatwave '98 or something. So check that out on the WWE Network. Oh, he plugged it up, guys.
I'm back. Okay. Steve, this is probably one for you because I'm not big into the Hammer movies. Have you picked up any of the Scream Factory releases?
No, but I just I do have a set that I don't know who put it out, but it has the majority of those on Blu-ray already. Of course, I don't, but I had them on DVD as well, so I haven't picked any of those up yet. Maybe if there's ever a good sale, which never will happen.
Yeah, that Scream Factory is one company that they never put anything on sale that's that good. Like your best place to get Scream Factory stuff would be like either deep discount or Amazon.
Right.
Getting any sort of deal on it. Scream Factory directly, they're not going to give you that good of a deal.
Nah. So I mean, yeah, I would love to get Curse of the Werewolf and stuff like that, but I mean, I already have a Blu-ray of it. In the there's a set that has that with about 4 or 5 other films. So maybe one of these days.
What are your guilty pleasure bad movies? From John Creasap. I will say, go ahead.
A Night to Dismember, I really like that movie. Not the there's a version on YouTube which is the original cut of the film before they lost that, and that is horrible. But the one that's set on DVD and stuff they had to refilm a little bit of it with Samantha Fox, the early '80s porn star, and stuff like that. I love it. It just makes no sense. I mean, obviously, stuff like that I like a lot.
The Burial Ground's a good one. I like that one.
Right.
Hell of the Living Dead is another one we've done commentaries on some of these too.
Yes.
Home Sweet Home is another one that's really like, I don't know, like it's a shitty movie, but I kind of enjoy it.
It's insane a little bit.
Yeah. Like the killer in it shoots like, what is it, speed under his tongue or something like that?
PCP, yeah.
PCP.
Angel dust, if you will.
That little bit that dust, baby. That's one that's never been released on DVD or anything, has it? Home Sweet Home?
No. So
that would be a good one. That'd be a good Blu-ray release. That'd be a good Vinegar Syndrome title.
Well, they all the stuff they got, like a never on disc 80s slasher. So perhaps that's it, but probably not.
That reminded me, the second movie that I ordered from Deep Discount was Mikey, the MVD Entertainment release. So,
what about Blood Cult? You ever seen that? The first VHS movie?
Yeah, it has like Tom Savini briefly in it, but he's like the star. Or am I thinking of the movie?
No, you're thinking about the night.
The Ripper, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one
Blood Cult's shot on video, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was like
the
first one, and it is hilarious. And I have a DVD of the VHS movie. When I was younger, I rented the VHS and made like a super cut. So like somebody have some kind of reaction where they would scream. I just had them screaming over and over for like 5 minutes. It's a really good one. And it made a sequel to Blood Cult, and it had freaking John Wayne's son in it. And I'm like, I can't believe it. John Wayne's son is in a sequel to this piece of shit movie. And I've never even watched all that. I couldn't. It was boring compared to the original.
Blood Diner's another good one that's kind of like so bad it's awesome.
I remember seeing that at the Fright Night Film Festival with The Gate. You guys presented a double feature of that.
Right. That was what year was that? 2007, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was around that area. Yeah.
Because I remember Kevin Tenney came in there and he was like introducing himself and stuff. We'd already interviewed him at the time. we'd never really done conventions. That it was early on, and we said, "Hey, how you doing?" And we just continued to watch the movie. And he sat there with us for about another minute or two, and he got up. Like, hey, I'm gonna go drink. But back then, we did get. I think you helped us with this. Was it you? It may have been you or Axelus One. I can't remember. So you could get HD rips of these movies from. It was Monsters HD from back in the day. So we had DVD, like upscaled, I guess, to 1080p. So the movies actually looked pretty good. Both of them did for that time period. So people were kind of impressed with that.
Yeah, I remember watching it, and then every once in a while the Monsters HD icon would come up in there.
Hey man, that was way ahead of its time. That
Yeah.
I never did have access to it. But
Nah.
your thoughts on Motel Hell?
Good fritters.
Farmer Vitters.
Farmer
Critters.
Vincent.
Farmer
Yeah.
Vincent's Bitters, Critters. I like it. I mean, I'm not a gigantic fan of it. I have it.
Yeah. It's one of
That
those
was-
things where I remember watching on it was on Monster Vision a lot, I think. I've watched it on VHS before then, but I remember watching it every once in a while when it would come on there. Even though it was cut up.
What was it? Rory
Calhoun.
He did do a great job in that movie. Like he was the star for sure of that movie. I think he was like in westerns and stuff primarily back in the day.
And his last role was in with George Strait in
Pure Country. Yeah, he did a good job in that movie too. He was very funny in that movie. But yeah, that the Motel Hell Scream Factory release probably has the best artwork of any of those early. Like I love the artwork on that.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that. I think I got the Arrow release. That's back when they were releasing a lot of that stuff with no region lock.
Let's see. How do you think Rob Zombie's The Blob would have turned out?
Dirty. dirty.
The Blob would have cussed everybody all to hell. It'd been done.
It would have the voice of Sid Haig.
He's like, I'm here, I'm a blob, and I'm gonna eat all you motherfuckers.
I'm a blob.
It would have said it would just be the fuck over and over again.
Yeah, I would cuss like that, but Sarah's in here and she'd probably smack me.
Yeah.
From the boss.
Right, I'm the boss. You let all
Yes,
the
ma'am.
people know out there in the world, I am the boss.
Woo.
She's been drinking a little bit too, so
Yeah, I can tell.
you don't want to get the boss too drunk.
Too much cough syrup over there. And Sudafed.
Yeah, she's got that prescribed cough syrup. That's some good shit. She's rocking the Jerry curl and got her Ric Flair robe. So, all right, let's see here. Robert Scott, the French guys, who made Inside were in talks to do Halloween 2 until Zombie agreed to make that steaming pile of shit. Yeah, I do remember that. I don't know what happened with that, but I think like they were originally going to do it with those guys, and then they knew that they could get. There she goes. They knew that they could get Rob Zombie back, and they're like,
"Oh,
let's just get Rob Zombie."
Yeah,
and then like, screw you, French motherfucker. Yeah.
But those guys who did Inside made I can't remember the name of the movie. But they made a movie that was really good. It was on Shudder, and it was about these young kids who it's like a really bad version of or a crazy version of like Stand By Me or something where they stumble upon some weird ass people, or they see somebody getting killed and they have to run away and stuff. It was really good. I wish I could remember the name of it.
Did they not make a movie with Catriona McCall before Inside came out? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
I don't know. I mean, she did make a movie around like 2014 or something called like Horsehead or something.
No, this was before that. Let me look it up here.
Oh, maybe it was something called Voices, maybe? I remember something called, but
let's see here. All filmography. She's still making stuff, actually. She was in Horsehead from 2014.
boom.
The movie I'm thinking of is House of Voices from
Yes.
2004.
The movie I'm talking about is called Among the Living from 2014.
Okay.
That's a pretty good one.
So I'm getting these French movies mixed up. Pascal Laugier, the guy that did Martyrs, is the one that directed House of Voices.
Right.
And Catriona McCall is one of the stars in that.
Yeah, I remember that, but it's been a lot, probably about 5 years since I've seen that one.
Did they not do a Martyrs remake here in America? I never did watch it.
They did. I've got it, but I don't think I've watched maybe 2 minutes of it. The French version is. That's just. It's kind of more of an art film at some points, but when it starts out, it's crazy. It's very engrossing.
Angry Popcorn TV. Are you guys hot for Moose Jaws? I don't know what the hell that is. Hey, look out, everybody! It's Moose Jaws.
I got
out of the forest.
See my jaw.
Do you know what Moose Jaws is?
I know what a moose knuckle is.
Moose Jaw sounds like somebody be selling rugs at Bull Creek Flea Market. I like you a hell of a deal on some rugs. My name's Moose Jaw. Moose Jaw.
I can't help you, but if you wait about 10 minutes, Moose Jaw will be back at his table.
And you know Moose Jaw Hall. I want to call him Moose Jaw Hall. That's his name. He's got like a Motorola flip phone from like 1998. Well, I talk a little turkey with you and see what kind of rugs I can get, what kind of deal I can get on them rugs for you, boy. I might even throw in a good old can of Mountain Dew.
You get a 2-liter with every rug.
2 liters with every rug here at Moose Jaw Halls. Dylan Barnett, do you guys think they will make a movie about 2020? Definitely, but it'll be about 2020, 2021, 2022 because this shit ain't going nowhere. It's not going to be this year. That's the thing. Like, I get a kick out of people saying, oh, if 2020 couldn't get much worse. We're in August now. And this shit started in March. And it's not slowing down. It's getting worse. So,
it's not that things are getting better, just people getting tired of it, just staying at home.
Right. They're like,
that's what it is. It's like, well, we're giving these people all this money. We got to give them back to work because I can't afford to keep paying them. So they don't get it's just like that. We're just giving up and saying, shit, let's just go back.
What's the thing like? It's definitely not safe for kids to be going back to school either. No. They're getting ready to go back to school. But yeah, Dylan, unfortunately, it's going to be probably the COVID thing is going to be at least another, I would say, start maybe seeing something by this time next year. I don't know if they're going to have a vaccine out.
Well, it don't matter. The dumbasses ain't going to take it.
Right.
Because the government won't me to take the damn vaccine. I ain't doing no damn shit.
Well, Trump won't support it either. He'll say, I'm not taking, we won't get started on Trump because we'll just piss some people off.
That's the movie that'll be great when they make the movie about Trump. Now, that'll be awesome.
Who would they get to play Trump?
Be a part of that. Things can't get much worse. Boom.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not just a coincidence all this bad shit that's happening, and look who's in fucking office right now. Take a look. That's not just a coincidence. And the funny thing is you've still got all these racist motherfuckers going on about, he's better than Obama was. That damn colored man didn't like him.
At least Obama wasn't even an American.
He was born in Haiti or something. Ain't no sense in that. He's a damn Haitian.
He's from Hades.
He's a Haitian. He's the reason they had to rename Aunt Jemima. So let's move on from that. That kind of talk's just going to get us in trouble, Steve.
Yeah.
Trump's already taken TikTok away. He's going to take StreamYard away too.
Uh-oh. No more free StreamYard for anybody.
Hal was pretty cool from Evil Brad. I'll have to check Hal out. If I see it for $1 at Dollar Tree, it will be mine.
Now, there's a movie on there called, they had a trailer for a movie called Charlie's Farm. And it's an Australian slasher with Nathan Jones, who was in the WWE as like a Madman Mars, and then Tara Reid.
What they call him? The Beast of Rome.
Tara Reid's in it about, she's about 40 or something, and she's hanging around with these 20-year-old guys, and no one brings up the fact that she's 20 years older than the guys. It's a pretty good movie though. Bill Moseley's in it for about 10 minutes, so it was better than I thought it would be.
Blair Hathaway, do you guys wear Crocs and socks?
No, to both.
I don't
Crocs. Have any Crocs. I ain't got no money for that. I got flip flops.
I've had the same pair of Crocs for the last 12 years, so they've been good. And I took them to the beach twice. Well, they don't stink, Steve. They ain't nothing. You just wash them. You can rinse them out, and they're good. They're good to go. They ain't got no lining in them.
Wait,
they're them clogs. So yeah, and I have wore Crocs and socks together, but not for very long. I usually just wear Crocs.
Crocs and box with the car.
Steve don't have none.
Steve don't have any Crocs.
They're probably out of his price range.
He's got them old man Ked loafers. Remember them? Those little white Ked loafers.
No, I got no white shoes. I got buddy shoes, as my mom calls them.
We're gonna go get some see if Moose Jaw Hall can get us some deal on some Ked loafers and some Crocs.
And I need a new rug.
I can do a little bargaining.
I got the Crocs over here in a box.
Let's see, Crocs in a box. I got some Crocs in a box. What if Blumhouse remade Madman? Wasn't Kurt Angle supposed to be in Madman?
Yeah, he was going to be. Wasn't he going to be Madman Mars in the remake thing of the ball?
I think so. That was one of the many remakes that never got made.
Thank goodness.
Did that movie? I was just thinking about this because wrestlers and movies. That movie, Sin Jin Smith. Did that ever come out?
No, that's a lost movie.
One with Roddy Piper.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll ever come out.
I don't know if it's lost or nobody.
They just, nobody got no money to put it
out.
They
just gave up on it. Yeah.
The guy edited it. Goes, I gotta go.
I can remember that was one of those movies that we were talking about the first year or so at DEADPIT, and we don't remember it ever coming out. And then I just thought of that again when we were talking about. So,
no, it's one of those lost ones that you'll never. It'll get released at some point in the somebody will leak it online and it'll be everywhere, but it didn't come out yet.
This is from Izzy Hawk. Will we ever have a new Friday the 13th movie?
Sometime.
Yeah, I mean, it'll happen at some point.
Blumhouse will get it.
Yeah. Probably not any. Well, I don't know, man. They got the box set coming out. So, I mean, that's the first Friday the 13th item that's been out in a while. So,
well, I think they're gonna that one movie or that one fan film, Never Hike Alone. Well, we met Tom Matthews, and I guess they filmed a sequel to that, or were going to. So I don't know. That's been a few years ago, so they might have done that, but they usually they have to release that kind of shit for free on YouTube or something. But I mean, that's just a fan film, not a official.
Joe Stradamus, you guys collect Vinegar Syndrome Golden Age porn.
I bought one.
I don't.
I bought one time. It was Sex World, and I watched it, and it was just like, what did I do this for? I got rid of that as quick as I could.
Closest thing that I've ever had to that is
Big
Synapse used to send me. Well, I got that too. Synapse used to send me the 42nd Street Forever
Peep Show.
Yeah, those Peep Show ones. That was just the weirdest shit ever, man. Like, and they still come out with that stuff. Like, it's basically
crazy, like 50 of them or more.
Right. And there's no audio on it at all. Like, it's just the ones that I have. It's just these film reels, and there's nothing like, it's just running on there. There's no audio on it. From the ones that I watched, at least. I didn't watch all of them.
I got that one you gave me. It was like a vintage lesbian porn.
Yeah, did you get a kick out of that? Did you enjoy that?
Well, I never got past like the 1890s smoking opium. They were going around smoking opium, and I was like, well, this is good enough. I'll quit here.
Shit. Let's see. When is the last time you guys talked to Jay Real? You should get him on here again. Well, Jay is always welcome to join us.
He did that new Dawn something, Dawn Year 7 or something.
Right.
That's
So, yeah,
the last time.
I'd love to talk to Jay again. He helped out a lot of DEADPIT as well back in the day.
He's the Texas branch or chapter.
Right. Him and Ray Boucher from the star of the movie Dawn, which he did. Jay did a sequel to Dawn. It was a short film version of it. But I don't think Ray Boucher was in it with him.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, Jay is always welcome. I talked to Jay a couple months ago. It was right around when we were starting to DEADPIT again and all that. And he just was like, it was really cool checking you guys out again on the show. You going to get a Shakaroni pizza, Steve?
I thought about it.
I love Shaq is one of my all-time favorite basketball players. Yeah, you can tell he's definitely eating a lot of Shakaroni pizza. Like, I'm not one to talk, of course, but man, Shaq has put on some weight.
He's living it up with all that free pizza he's getting.
He gets some, I guess, 10 free Shakaroni pizzas a day or something. I don't know. Hey, give me another Shakaroni.
I'll get 10 of my pizzas over here.
Hey, I want one for lunch. Actually, give me 2 for lunch. And then send 2 more to my office.
Yeah. And send to Mama Shack. Get her a couple.
Let's see here. I lost my spot again on this. Jesus Christ. Where was that? Somebody said, I bought the Immortalizer from Vinegar Syndrome. It was awful. Some of those movies shouldn't be on Blu-ray or any format. Yeah, I mean, I guess people are buying some of that stuff though. So
I watched a little bit of that one, but
I would think if Vinegar Syndrome gets the rights for the movie cheap enough, which is probably how they go about it, then they're liable to make more money on it. So maybe that's what they do with movies like The Immortalizer and the shitty Amityville sequels.
because they sell those packages, right? So you pay so much and you get all their releases either for that quarter or for the whole year. And that includes all the porn and everything. I mean, I see people post on their thing where they spent $500 buying stuff, and I was like, dude, these people must be living in a mom's basement. That's all they spend their money on.
Well, people,
I can't do that.
it's probably not a bad idea to get that for resale ability too, because they do very limited editions on some of that stuff. So,
well, yeah, but I don't think the Immortalizer is going to be that limited.
Steve, Angry Popcorn TV wants to know: do you like Marilyn Manson?
No,
I don't either. I've never liked Marilyn Manson.
He's a fatty now. He looks weird.
Evil Brad 3, Hamilton Book. Now, Hamilton Book does have pretty good deals too. I've never ordered anything from there.
I have a few times.
But it's like kind of like a wholesale place or something. You can get it at like wholesale prices.
Yeah, I've gotten some 4Ks in there for less than, God, some of them $6, $8, $9.
Angry Popcorn says, I think WWE should have done WCW One Night Stand. Yeah. I don't think they should have done that. Jim Cornette shoot interviews. Yes, I've seen Jim Cornette shoot interviews. And I listen to that podcast.
Did you hear? Did you see all that drama he was going through about his wife?
Yeah, with his wife. Yeah.
And
I totally believe that, but
apparently him and his woman swing in that hot tub.
Hot tub of love, baby. Jim Cornette's podcasts are really entertaining, though. Do you ever check those out?
But yeah, that's some funny shit.
What is your favorite Saturday morning cartoon? That's a good one. We probably have never talked about that.
I mean, to be honest, it had to be Scooby-Doo.
With me and Scooby-Doo, like, I'm very selective with which kind of episodes I like. Once Scrappy-Doo come along, I will not fucking watch that.
I love Scrappy-Doo, but yeah, the very first season, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Those are the ones I used to watch as a kid. So
that was the ones that kind of had like a, I don't want to say horror element, but it was more, had a little bit more spooky stuff in it, you know. Whereas after, was it just one season they did Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And then they did I think they did 3.
Okay.
But yeah, I just remember whenever Scrappy-Doo come along, I couldn't stand Scrappy-Doo, even as a kid. So.
What about Scooby-Dum? Did you like him?
No.
He wore a hat and he was white. Just like this big hound next to me.
that dog looks like it's been drugged, Steve. What'd you do to it?
He got into the whiskey and drunk a little too much of it. Well, he's on the Prozac because he's got a little anger issue. He bit my face off one time.
I had a lot of fun doing that burial ground commentary. That is still available on. I think the audio quality is not the best on that. But we've got it on the fan commentaries for like $1 or something. If anybody wants to check that out.
Yeah, that was some funny shit.
Evil Brad says, how do you think Disney will handle the Predator and Alien franchises?
Well, as long as they keep people away from the Star Wars, then it'll be all right. But they'll probably, maybe go back or get some input from James Cameron would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Or Ridley Scott, man. I mean, the last Aliens movie, this was dog shit.
Well, I mean, I think that the Alien versus Predator movies kind of I just don't have any interest in those movies after that. Either franchise.
The new Predator wasn't bad. I mean, what's his name? Black directed it.
Shane Black,
yeah.
Did you know that Boyd Holbrook is actually from Prestonsburg, the one that starred in that movie?
No.
I swear to God, I went to high school with him.
Wow.
Yeah. His mom works at Century 21 in town here. She owns it. And he comes back and like signs autographs for her friends and shit. So she had like a couple of Predator Blu-rays in her office signed that she was pretty neat. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah. He was like I think he was a year younger than me.
But I mean, if you watch that movie, I mean, I don't know, but it just has the feel of those like a '90s kind of action movie. But I mean, as far as Alien, I don't know what to do with Alien. Maybe that video game Alien Isolation. I didn't finish that game, but I like parts of the story of it. It was Ripley's daughter. So, I mean, something like that might be good, but or they could do that one that they were planning to do with the dude that did District 9, where they're going to bring back Hicks and all that, and Newt.
Well, there's a lot of other movie franchises, though, that I guess Disney owns the rights to. I mean, wonder what happens with those, like those Fox titles and stuff, like even the re-releases on some of those, like some of the horror movies and stuff. Wouldn't it be 28 days later, 28 weeks later? The Hills Have Eyes movies, those were Fox, right? So, like, I mean, I know those weren't big money makers or anything, but what happens to that? You know, Disney's not going to re-release that stuff. Maybe they'll license it out to a Screen Factory.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They'll just license it out because I mean, Disney's hurting right now because of all the shit's going on, especially with their theme parks. We're costing them a fortune. Just with nobody there, it still cost them a fortune. So they're going to have to recoup or do something to recoup some of that money. I mean, obviously the Disney Plus might make up for some of that, but you know, all the Marvel stuff that they're producing for that's and Star Wars stuff is costing a fortune too. So,
Angry Popcorn TV. Who is the most? I guess he's meaning fucked up guest that you've met at a con. He said, I met Gary Busey. He was eating donuts off of the floor.
No, I've not met any. I didn't. Oh, Chris Sarandon, I wasn't too impressed with him. He was just bullshitting with his little pretty young handler. And I went up there sign my Fright Night poster, and it was like no interaction at all. I was like, what the fuck?
Remember the one person I can think of though when they just say fucked up, like
I know who you're gonna say.
Do you really? I was gonna say Danny Steinman.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. Because this guy, he was on some prescription medication of some sort, and he fell asleep. There's a picture somewhere. I don't know if it's probably still floating out there of him passed out at his table. He was sitting beside of us at Fright Night, probably, what year was that? 2012, 2011, something like that.
Yeah.
And he was a hateful fucking guy too that weekend.
I met him at Cinema Wasteland, and he was so excited, and he was just having a hell of a time with everybody, talking to him and coming up and really liking all his work. But by that time it was over. Either maybe he'd gotten sick.
Yeah, he died not too long after that.
Didn't he die and he was dead in his apartment or house for a while before they found him?
Yeah, I mean, you could tell, like, we did an interview with him. I talked to him briefly before. You just get the impression that he did not have much, monetarily wise. He was living in like an apartment complex. And, I mean, just from what I can remember, he was not doing very well. So,
yeah.
I don't think this is true. Did you guys hear Rob Zombie almost remade Mac and Me? Oh God.
Rob, what was his name? William. What's that guy's name? William Forsythe.
William Ragsdale.
William Forsythe would have been the voice of Mac. and he would be in or whatever the fuck that alien was and cussing. Skull fuck you to hell or something.
Yeah. He'd be smoking cigarettes, Mike would. He'd have like wife beater on.
Well, I peed next to William Forsythe. And he was wearing gold booty shorts. It was the craziest thing I ever saw.
Sam Crow says, how do you guys feel about Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3? I think it's underrated as hell.
Yep. Even the work print, if you've seen that, I only watched that one time in the last couple of years, and I'd never seen that part with all the extra gore and shit. It was, I always liked that movie. But
yeah, there's an unrated version on VHS that I think, and they only had the theatrical version on DVD for the longest time. So, yeah, I mean, I like Leatherface 3. It's not bad. It's definitely better than Part 4.
Aw.
That movie's just weird. Let's see here. Go through the last few questions here and see what we got.
Get some super chats.
Yeah, no super chats yet. Bunch of cheap asses.
Oh, man. We got regular chats.
Trump is going to discontinue DEADPIT. Oh, no.
Oh. I think he's going to ban DEADPIT and TikTok.
Damn, we've got a lot of questions on here. Somebody took a random one. CK, you missed the long hair. I do miss the long hair from time to time. I went from long hair to no hair.
Very quick.
Yeah, I mean, but the upkeep, I don't,
because you
save a lot of money on shampoo too. So.
Yeah, you just got to get more razors and shaving cream.
Well, I don't shave my head. I shave my head maybe twice a week or something like
That's
that.
That's what I do, twice a week.
Yeah. Let's see here. Well, I actually, whenever this COVID thing started, I was going to let my hair grow out just for the hell of it. And then I saw it and I was like, damn, I really hardly have any hair left at all. I'd shaved it for about 3 or 4 years straight without letting it grow out. And then I guess it receded even further back. Actually looked like I had the mange. So.
Well, my shit went up from the neck, so it receded up in the back.
I've never heard of that.
It almost met in the middle.
He said that his receded from the back as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Angry Popcorn said he heard that Joe Biden will pick Caitlyn Jenner to be his VP. That's not a bad there, actually.
Well, if he could find a black transgender female, then yes, that would be the better pick.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's scroll down here and see what we got. Cujo's being remade. That's going to be awful, I bet.
Like that one with Harrison Ford, like Call of the Wild. They had the total CG dog. It'll be like that.
Dylan wants to know what's Steve's favorite haunted house movie.
Have you ever seen the movie House, the Japanese movie? That's pretty crazy.
Heard of it.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the old, it's like from the 40s, I think Criterion came out with it. It's called The Uninvited.
I've seen it, but only, it's been forever. But yeah, I like that and The Haunting.
Yeah.
Oh, Legend of Hell House is my favorite haunted house movie. I love that movie. With Roddy.
Movie, that's one thing that they could make a comeback. There's not a whole lot of them anymore.
Right. But Legend of Hell House is killer.
Sam Crow, do you guys keep up with AEW? We talked about AEW earlier, so yeah, we do keep up with it. Who are some of your favorites on there? MJF, in my opinion, is the greatest talker in pro wrestling right now.
He keeps his gimmick up 24/7, apparently, but yeah, I don't know. You got the Lucha Brothers and the tag team stuff is really good there.
There's one guy
FTR
that I think I'll make his prediction right now. I think in the next 5 years he'll be the biggest star in that whole company. It's not MJF. MJF's really good.
Oh, Orange Cassidy.
No. I think it'll be Jungle Boy, man. I mean, he has to change his gimmick. I don't think that gimmick's going to be it.
Right.
But where he's got the kind of the it factor, and he's Luke Perry's son. He's really, really, really young. That's the thing. He needs to put some weight on and all that. And I think he needs to turn heel. He needs to be a bad guy.
Ooh, he'll beat old Marco. He'll throw Marco Stunt around.
Yeah, that's who he'll turn on, little Marco Stunt. But that guy's good. To be honest with you, man, like I was upset that they split the Butcher and the Blade up with what was her name?
Oh, Bunny, Allie.
Just no reason. I thought they had a pretty good thing going on there.
Well, I thought the original idea was that she was going to go in and kind of break up the whatever the fuck they're called, the nightmare, whatever.
Yeah, but nobody cared about that, so they kind of.
Well, that one dude, QT Marshall, must have got hurt or sick, and that kind of derailed all that. But then they put them together with Brandy Rhodes. So yeah, there's.
Jesus Christ, she does not need to be on that TV at all. I'd take her off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the deal
Don't you
is.
think it's hilarious that she has an action figure too? Who the hell's going to buy that action figure? Aside from Cody, you know.
Yeah. He'll buy a bunch of them, so it seems like that everybody's buying it. He'll have like a whole storage unit full of Brandy figures.
I'm willing to bet, though. I mean, there is AEW stuff at Walmart. I saw it, but Brandy Rhodes is going to be the AJ Styles of those AEW figures. There's going to be a shit ton of them. That'll be a peg warmer up there.
You can use your face as a butt plug.
Oh, here's a good one. And I know, which horror movie do you think really deserves a sequel the most? One popped in my head.
I know. You're going to say Madman.
No.
Oh.
Late for Madman. Madman came out in 1981 or 82. I would say Trick or Treat is the one that needs.
Oh yeah. That's that. But they've been so many announcements of that, because I remember a few years ago they were having like I don't know what they were doing, but they were like talking and they were like, yeah, we're in the works and all this shit, and nothing ever happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think Krampus being like a bomb kind of screwed that up. If I'm not, I mean, that's what I think probably happened there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I can't remember.
Warner Brothers screwed up by not releasing that in the theater. That would have made, man, release it in September, late September.
But my pick would be Demons. I want another Demons, and I've heard that they were making talks of one with Lamberto Bava and that Greta chick or something. I can't remember.
The Gates of Hell 2.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that one's out.
Or a Death Nurse 3. We only got 2 of them, so we need another one.
Or a sequel to the most legendary porno of all time. Frontal Lamb versus ass. Maybe they could
It's
do
back
like
from the grave to get some ass.
They do a CGI Sonny Landon.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's
Put his
see.
face on some young stud. Oh.
Do you think Hollywood will eventually try to remake Back to the Future? Probably. It'll eventually happen.
Well, they're releasing the 4K of that trilogy in a little while.
Yeah, I saw that. They're doing a Steelbook exclusive from Best Buy as well. Pricing's not too bad on that either. What was it, like $60-some or something for 3 movies in 4K? It's not too bad.
Yeah.
The Halloween sequels, Evil Brad. I guess he's just talking about the sequels in general.
The 2018 Kills and Ends.
Yeah, who knows?
I mean,
Did they already film both of those, or did the Halloween Kills is done, but is Halloween Ends. Did they film those back to back, or I don't?
That's what I thought.
Okay.
But you know, with those movies, they always do reshoots of some things, which of course they haven't. But they got plenty of freaking time.
I'm kind of surprised that they already made the call to delay that, because movie theaters could be open in October, and there's not going to be much on for them to put on. I don't think. So,
Well, I mean, what are they doing now? I mean, there's drive-ins, but they're showing like old shit. There was a movie called The Wreck, which is a newer horror movie, which is not bad. I watched it, but they released that to drive-ins, and that was almost, I think that at one point was the #1 movie in America. But because it was just playing at drive-ins, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Best new horror director: Ari Aster, Mike Flanagan, or Robert Eggers? What do you think, Steve?
Well, I can't remember. What did Robert Eggers do?
Let's look. I know Mike Flanagan did the Netflix, the Haunting of. Didn't he do the Haunting of Hell House or something like that?
Yeah, and then he
Wasn't
did.
that the name of it?
No, it's like Haunting of Hall House.
Haunting of Hill House. Was that it?
No, I don't know. But yeah, he did Dr. Sleep as well.
Right, Doctor. I haven't seen that. So
Robert
Eggers did the Lighthouse and the Witch.
Well, I mean, they're all three got some really. I think, that's hard. I haven't watched all of the Lighthouse. I've started it, but man,
the visuals in that are really good. I just don't think I could sit through it. It's
rough to get into a little bit.
Yeah.
But The Witch was really, I mean, when I saw it, it was awesome. So, I mean, I don't know. I think the Ari guy, if you need to watch that movie, Something Strange About the Johnsons on YouTube. Please.
No, I'll have to check it out.
Well, we can do a commentary to that.
God, no.
But
what, is it not very good?
No, it's insane. Trust me.
It's stupid.
It's insane.
You want to see something?
I mean, totally insane. I would say Ari Aster, because I mean, Hereditary was. It had such a sense of dread, even though there was just some really weird shit going on in that, and then you come back to Midsummer, which again was just like insane.
Even more insane, yeah.
Right, and then if you watch that over 3-hour cut of that, man, it's yeah.
I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, no.
That movie was an experience. I would probably go with Ari Aster as well. But I honestly think when I think of him, I think of Alexander Aja. Not because they have the same initials or anything, but it's like that guy had so much talent that the studios are going to scoop his ass up. And he'll be making a lot of mainstream stuff.
Well, he's already made 2 of his own movies. And so I don't know. Aja got only got pulled up after 1. And then, but so I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're all make some really wild and original kind of movies.
So it's 11 o'clock. I think we're going to end it. We went through a million questions here. What do you say, Steve? Yeah. We've been going at it for 2 hours. We're only going to go for an hour. Man, we've had a pretty good sized crowd in here all night. So we appreciate everybody, checking the show out tonight. Uncle Bill, he's let the fans down yet again. That's all I can say.
My head hurts from shaking it because every time he lets the fans down.
The long-awaited return of Saturday Nightmares is a bust. Not really, but Yeah, Uncle Bill's internet let us down. It wasn't Uncle Bill, or at least
No.
he's blaming the internet. So,
Right.
but we appreciate all you guys, and we will catch you next go around. We'll probably have a podcast. Steve's got a podcast up.
Yeah.
And I want to be doing a review maybe tomorrow, maybe early next week, a new review of The Lodge. That was a movie that I checked out this past week. So, but anyway, appreciate you guys checking us out. Go over to the website, check out the Instagram page. We're on Instagram now at Into the Dead Pit. And Steve has access to that as well, and he's doing a bunch of stuff on YouTube now. We're going to be a force to be reckoned with, boys.
We're going to take the world over yet again.
Yeah. So we will catch you guys next go around. Hope you have a good rest of the weekend, and stay tuned on the website. Good beer.
Fuck off.
Bye.